Hi guys, I am Angie and this is
Harold Jones, John L. Scott.
we're just enjoying our fruits of our labor today. Whatever that means.
Is that really?
I don't know.
Okay.
It sounded good.
So what do you want to spring on me today?
Well, I mean, this is the week of love. It's Valentine's Day week.
Let's not get carried away now.
But we could talk about how love in real estate, meaning you gotta love the house. What's that saying? Date the rate, marry the house. But
Yes.
in my journey, we always say, you know when you know, and you know what the house is, if you like the house or if you love the house.
Actually, we was talking to somebody yesterday afternoon, and they didn't realize how emotional.
Yeah.
So if you're going to talk love and all of that, it's definitely every part of it is. So
Yeah, we were talking to another broker, and we were just discussing that they didn't think emotions, were part of the business, and I was like, well, it is, and it's more, and it could be more on the client's side of it, because it could be emotional if they're selling a home that maybe was their parents and it's an estate now, so you got emotions there, or divorce between two people. There's heated emotions there.
right.
Buying their first home because they're having a baby, that's emotions right there. And then those emotions get trickled down to the agents, especially if it's not good emotions, they're gonna vent or stress out and go to their brokers for that. So any good stories you have?
No, it's not going to work like that. You're the one that's going to, and this is the thing. I can be fairly straight line, bottom line on all of this, but Angie's absolutely right. There's usually a reason why we're buying or selling.
Yep.
So there's your emotion already built in.
You just gotta wake up and say, I think I want to buy a house, or I think I'm gonna sell my house. There's usually something behind it.
And I can look at the basics of why we're doing this, what we need to do, what the expectations are, and where we want to end up. I can visualize all of that. I do take into consideration how my client feels about things, because that has to be considered before I open my mouth and start talking.
You gotta put that filter on a little bit.
Well, sometimes the filter on, and sometimes the filter just totally off.
Yeah.
It depends on the person. But yes, this emotion thing, it happens all the time, and usually it will raise its head and snap at you as soon as you think everything's going okay.
And then it's not.
And then it isn't, because that's how emotion works. It's instantly. It can happen right now. It can happen in 30 seconds. And it's basically something you just have to deal with.
Yep.
Okay, I want you to answer me a question. How can we make, as an agent, how can we make the process easier for you?
I don't know. I mean, really just listen and have the answers. It's a case by case thing, because depending on if it's a happy kind of purchase, or a happy sell, or if it's again, not a good one, it's a rough sell, an estate or divorce. I mean, that's a broad question. I can't answer that.
You can't?
I will not. I plead the fifth.
Oh!
No, I don't. I mean, how do you answer that? I mean, I could say I need you to be a certain way, but client D might say, no, I need you to sugarcoat everything for me. So it's
Actually, that is the answer.
Sugarcoat?
because it works on both sides, and it's the same thing for me. We have to get a little time in, do a little talking, find out where everybody stands, be able to make adjustments.
And it's
I'm-
that relationship, talking about it's that relationship you have with your clients. What kind of rapport you have with them, that if you can speak candidly, or do you have to always walk on a little bit of eggshells just to sugarcoat things for them,
I agree with that also, and this is something that I say to most of my clients, especially when it's going to take some work, and that is, treat me like you've known me for 30 years.
Oof.
Just say it. Don't hold back, just say it. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what your expectations are. Tell me where you want to go, and give me a timeline.
See, and that might work for you, but let's be honest. If there's a new brokers, or even just other brokers, they may not work like that.
That's why you have to find somebody that you can work with. Not everybody. I don't fit all. I fit very
You don't
few.
say.
I fit very few because I try to keep everything as calm and moving forward as smoothly as possible. And there are some people who like a little more drama.
Yeah, or a little bit more sweet. And one thing I could say on behalf of Harold is that he was transparent. I mean, all along on my journey, both sides, selling and buying, he didn't really sugarcoat. He just kind of told me as it was versus me having to read in between lines. And I could appreciate that. My husband could appreciate that because he's the same way. Whereas, if you have a broker that is maybe kind of telling you what you want to hear and not the way it is, So I could appreciate that you were that way because, we didn't have to, then later find out down the road, well, sorry, I didn't say it the right way. You kind of said, nope, this is what you're going to have to look forward to. These are the things we're going to do. On the selling side, it was, okay, keep in mind, you might have to do price. You kind of were already letting us know, whereas maybe some other agents or brokers maybe wouldn't have done that. They would have just, said, yeah, we're going to get you top dollar and no worries. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
This is the one thing. I don't like surprises, and the vast majority of the time, neither does the client. Nobody wants to think everything is smooth and going along, and then this big surprise jumps up in the roadway and blocks you off.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that. We would rather be upfront. Let's talk about all of it, and then if the surprise does happen or something does come out of left field, we can deal with it. And I truthfully think that's a good way to approach every day. There's always things out there that's going to happen. You know what? Let them happen. We'll deal with it, and we'll keep moving.
Yeah, so that's what we have for love and relationships and real estate.
A whole bunch of emotion going on today.
Do you have any plans for this
I
Valentine's
haven't
week?
decided where I'm taking myself out to dinner yet.
Oh, see, you're the best date then.
Ah, it's easy to pick a place when it's, let's see, that's where I'm going. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we used to do that. Then it became where, it's always crowded and packed because, you're not the only couple trying to find somewhere to eat. And so we've just always stayed in and maybe do it on the weekend or a couple of days later or before, just, And then I say when you've been married as long as we have.
Oh, man. So
We're old
anyway,
folks.
yeah, that's what's going on. That's what this time of year is. And believe it or not, everything will be ramping up from this point forward.
Oh,
Have fun with it.
all right. Well, we'll say happy Valentine's Day to you guys.
Everybody enjoy it.
Bye.
Bye.